Good day to everyone. So our topic is all about the fundamentals of traffic control, especially the road and traffic signs. So in the fundamentals of traffic control, when we say traffic control, it refers to the procedures, devices, and communication system that helps vehicles and vessels safely share the same roads, rails, waterways, or airspace, and also it is a system of traffic engineering employing prescribed traffic rules and regulations and devices such as signals and markings. So there are 5 methods of highways traffic control. First is the traffic sign. So the traffic sign are the most extensively used from the traffic control not only in the United States but also here in the Philippines. So in the US, there are more than 55 million traffic signs that are being placed or erected along the roadsides to provide information about the speed limits and road conditions to the road users, and also these signs and signals direct traffic along certain routes and to specific destinations. So another one is the pavement markings. These pavement markings separate opposing streams of traffic and direct vehicles into proper position on the roadway. So, for example, these pavement markings delineate turn lanes at intersections and establish no passing zone. So the white and yellow paint is customarily used for pavement markings, and also reflective devices are more visible at night and the use in some locations to mark lanes and other significant places on the road. And these traffic signs and road markings follow a uniform practice throughout the world and decide to convey information with a minimum of words to avoid confusing drivers unfamiliar with the area and the language. And the uniform pictorial sign and marking have been adapted throughout the Europe and the US. They include uniform sign formats and the sizes and uniform codes regulating traffic flow. Another one is the traffic signal are installed to permit the safe movement of the vehicles and pedestrians at busy intersections. So the signal light is probably the most easily recognized traffic control devices, especially at the busy intersection in the large city. So the traffic signal direct streams of vehicles and pedestrians when not to go, when to stop, or proceed with the caution. Another one is the priority control. It is one of the oldest method of traffic control. So one form of transportation is given priority by restricting or banning other forms of transportation. So one example of this is the first century when Roman Emperor Julius Caesar banned when traffic from Rome during daytime, which allowed pedestrians and horse riders to move freely around the city. But for now, some modern cities ban or restrict truck travel through a certain neighborhoods. These are what we call the priority control. And the other one is the restraints. Okay, it is an alternative to banding. So the traffic control planners use drivers to discourage heavy use of routes. So what are these restraints? So one example of restraints is the building of island in the center of intersection forming drivers to proceed slowly, and also the building of speed bumps that discourage high-speed commuting through residential neighborhood, and also concrete median strips that prevents vehicles from making turns except at intersection. So next is traffic signs. Like the traffic signal lights and road markings are used to convey quickly and accurately the wide range of information needed by road users, particularly vehicles, drivers, and to promote a safe, efficient, and use of road system. So when we say traffic sign, it refers to a device mounted on portable support whereby a message is conveyed by means of words or symbols officially installed for the purpose of regulating, warning, and guiding traffic. So the basic sign shapes of international traffic signs are the following. So the round and red signs, it regulates the movement of turning and passing traffic regulations. The round black yellow sign, warning signs that you are approaching the railroad crossing, and the equilateral triangle red sign, a sign at the intersection directing drivers to yield the right of way to vehicle in the road being crossed. It give way sign, and the eight-sided or octagonal red and white stop signs, the most popular and understood signs by all tongues and colors, and triangle red and black signs approaching a danger zone, hill slope, winding road, and others. So these are the basic sign shape of international traffic sign. So what are the classifications of international traffic sign? So the first we have the danger warning signs. So the danger warning signs, these are the signs are also known as the caution signs. So these signs have an equilateral triangular shape with one side horizontal and having red borders. So these signs intended to warn motorists of approaching hazardous road conditions, seek caution for the approaching road hazard, and call the reduction of speed. So next is the regulatory signs. So these are signs which impose legal restrictions applicable to a particular location, usually enforceable in the absence of such signs. So these are intended to inform the road users of certain laws and regulations, and the special obligations, instruction, or prohibition which they must comply with, and violation of which constitute this misdemeanor. So the classification of regulatory sign is the prohibitive and restrictive signs, and the mandatory signs. So this is under the classifications of international traffic signs. And the other one is the informative signs. These signs are also known as the guide signs or direction signs. So direct rectangular shape, white colored, and blue black background is used for informative signs. So green background is usually used for route markers and destination signs. So informative signs are intended to guide the motorist along established routes, inform the motorist of the proper roads, and help motorists along the way in the simplest and direct method. First topic is the priority sign. So when you say priority sign, it includes the stop sign, give way, and the left turner must give way. So in the stop sign, driver must stop at designated stop line. So this sign is used to ensure caution before entering an intersection and shall be used where a complete stop is required by the law for safety, while the give way sign This sign is used at location where safe and efficient traffic control requires the give way to the right rule to be modified if there is a need to resolve uncertainty as to which traffic stream is required to give way to another give way sign yield to the vehicles on the right side of intersection and the left turner must give way. This shall be rectangular in shape and shall have white reflectorized background and black letters and borders. So next is the direction signs. These signs indicate only direction or directions in which the motorist is obliged to follow. So this sign have blue reflectorized background and white reflectorized arrows, and they are normally used in conjunction with islands or at channeled intersection. So when you see this sign along the road side, it means to say that vehicles may pass either side. So these signs can be incorporated with the rectangular plate with legends to supplement their meanings. So as you can see, these signs dito sa baba niya nakalagay kung ano ang ibig sabihin niya. So next is the prohibitive or restrictive signs. So these signs indicate the only directions in which the motor is obliged to follow. So the no entry signs for all vehicles is used at determination of one-way car to prohibit access of all vehicles from the wrong direction. Ibig sabihin, pag no entry, bawal pumasok dyan. Kaya nakikita nyo kapag ganitong sign, so ibig sabihin bawal pumasok ang cars, jeep, bus, trucks, tricycle, and others. So these are examples of prohibitive or restrictive signs. So another is the speed limit sign. Pag nakakita kayo ng ganito, 60 na may bilog round na red, 60 or 100, ibig sabihin that is the maximum speed limit. So next is the parking and stopping sign. So a motor vehicle is said to be standing if it is stationary for the time needed to pick up or set down persons or to load or unload the goods. And masasabi mong park yung vehicle if it is stationary for any reason other than the need to avoid interference with another road users or collision with an obstruction or to comply with traffic regulation. So these signs are the no parking allowed in this following zone. So another one is the parking and stopping signs. So you are allowed to park and load at a given time and place. Those are examples. So another one is the miscellaneous signs, the load and dimension restriction sign. So these are signs used to prohibit entry for vehicles having overall width exceeding dimension, especially sa mga bridges. Another is the miscellaneous sign. So this sign means to be aware of the pedestrian crossing. Next, warning. Number 1, horizontal lines. These signs are used to indicate the type of road curve ahead of the motorist is so basically the following types are. So next, is the intersection sign. These are signs in the intersection or in junction series and are used where the sight distance on the approach to an intersection or junction is less than the safe stopping distance, where the drivers may have difficulty in appreciating the presence or configuration of an intersection ahead. So, next is the advanced warning or traffic control devices signs. So, these are advanced warnings. So, these are signs when one approaches an intersection or junction. If you see this sign, it means to say signal is not visible from a distance of 120 meter. Next is the road width sign. These are signs used at a sudden change of road with either narrowing or widening of carriageway. So another warning sign is the road obstacle sign. If you see these signs, it means that opening bridge ahead. It is used to warn motorists of an opening of bridge ahead. So pedestrian sign, this means a pedestrian crossing ahead to warn motorists of the presence of pedestrians who may be crossing the road ahead. So another one is the railway level crossing sign. It is used at every railway level crossing in combination with stop and give way sign signals or gates. Other warning sign is the supplementary sign. Kapag nakakita ka ng ganito, 50 km per hour is used only in conjunction with another warning sign to indicate the desirable speed in good weather. Next, other warning signs. Clearance or the vertical clearance shall be a rectangular in shape and not less than 100 mm by 600 mm in size with long axis horizontal, and they shall be black letters on white reflectorized backgrounds. Next, guide or informative. First is the advanced direction signs. Inform road users about the direction substances are out my location of services. Next, intersection direction signs is visible in less than 1 kilometer before an intersection. Next is the reassurance direction signs. This is the approximate the distance of particular exit used beyond the intersection to reassure motorists traveling toward intended destinations. Next is the fingerboard and direction signs. Provide directions to far away from the national highway, only used on local roads. Next is the street name signs. Inform the road users the name of road and street they are passing or entering located at post. Next is the town names and geographical feature signs. Convey general information of interest which the geographical location. Next, the traffic signal lights refers to any power-operated traffic control device by which traffic is warned or directed to take some specific actions. Traffic light signals are used to control traffic at junctions and also to stop traffic to provide safe crossing points for pedestrians and cyclists. Next, traffic signal lights. A specific meaning of traffic lights Steady red, stop at the designated line. Steady green, it is the turn of the vehicles on the other side to stop. Steady green arrow, go signal. Steady yellow, prepare to stop. Flashing red, this is the same as a stop sign. Flashing yellow, this is the same as a yield sign. Steady green and steady left or right arrow, vehicles can go straight or vehicles on the left lane can make a left turn. Next, pavement markings and markers. Pavement markings, these pertain to all lines, patterns, words, colors, or other gadgets except signs set into the surface or applied upon or attached to the pavement or curbing or to objects within or adjacent to the roadway, officially placed for the purpose of regulating, warning, or guiding traffic. A specific meaning of pavement markings: solid white shoulder line. This denotes the edge of the roadway. Any asphalt or concrete surface beyond this line should not be used during the normal operation of your vehicle. Diagonal white lines, an area filled with diagonal white lines or and bordered by solid white lines is not considered part of the roadway, and vehicles are expected to stay off unless there is an emergency. These areas are often used to ease the flow of traffic where roads diverge or intersect. Solid yellow double center line. As we noted a while back, these lines indicates that it is unsafe to overtake at any time. It is often found around blind curves or in areas where fast-moving two-way traffic meets on an undivided road. So that's all. Thank you for listening.